How's everybody doing this evening? I want to talk a little bit more about the reason people are basically not thinking the blockchain or cryptocurrencies are ever going to amount to anything. And one of the reasons is I think they really resent the money these companies are raising. When you see a company like Ethereum raise over $1 billion, you see EOS raising over $1 billion. People all of a sudden get very skeptical and think somebody's getting away with something here because there's so much money being raised. The other reason I think people don't want to understand the blockchain or think about how it's going to affect our future is they just don't want to think about how things may change. They like the status quo. They like the things they like. If you know anything about the way people think, people do not want change by and large, unless they can make money from it or they can improve themselves financially from it. Then they will learn it and then they will accept it. And that's when the blockchain will get acceptability, is when people start to see how much benefit there is to gain by using the blockchain and how much benefit there is gained by the blockchain and how it's going to affect their lives positively. When that takes place, then you're going to see people start to believe in the blockchain and believe in the companies that are in that space right now. But until that happens, there's going to be a lot of skeptical people out there. But it will happen. It's going to happen very quickly. You know, one of the big times when people really can see something quickly is like with me, and I'll tell you an example of how I got involved with, actually I knew about the blockchain a few years ago because my son was interested in it. And at the time, first when I heard about it, I said, what is this? I don't want to learn it. I got too much other stuff in my brain. I don't want to learn about the blockchain. I don't know what the blockchain is. And I just figured he had some new finagled thing that he's gotten a hold of. And he really, at the time I was always been working on the internet, and I had a lot of background on the internet. So when I hear something new like that, I'm always pretty skeptical of it because I just figure somebody's come up with some idea that doesn't make any sense and won't amount to anything. So I just kind of let it go. It made really big sense to me when all of a sudden I saw Bitcoin go up from where he purchased it at to where it is now, or close to where it is now, or where it was. When I saw the appreciations he had, I started taking interest in it because all of a sudden it became reality. It wasn't some vague idea out there that nobody was profiting from and just see money go in one direction. I could see money going in another direction too. People are actually interested in this and they were investing in it. So it had credibility to me. Not that when people throw money at stuff, it's always a good idea or it always makes sense. Just like if you want to look at one that doesn't make any sense, look at Mark Cuban and his idea with broadcast.com. I mean, that was the biggest flop that ever existed. And the guy walks away with $4 billion, or somewhere like $4 billion, I don't know, at Partners. But, so not all the ideas are great when people decide to jump on board. But when I actually studied it and took a look at it, I mean, I look at broadcast.com way back when Mark Cuban had that company, and I didn't think it was worth anything. And I'll tell you why I didn't think it was worth anything, because I tried to watch, I tried to watch a basketball game on there one time. And I was in Southern California at the time, and I had very fast internet connection. I couldn't even watch the basketball game. And I thought, I was all excited about, being able to stream stuff online and watch it. That was very interesting to me, because one of the reasons I like watching sporting events, and I thought that was a great idea. And when I saw that it didn't work, I said, what is this? It doesn't work. And then when I heard Yahoo bought him out, I knew right away it was a bad idea. And I think broadcast.com went away pretty quickly after that. But anyway, so just to make, the thing, it's got to make sense. And if it makes sense, then people start to jump aboard. But if they jump aboard and then they start profiting from it, then it even makes more sense. I'll give you a better example, as with me. I mean, I used to still do, this video is going to go on YouTube. I mean, hundreds of YouTube videos, and literally made no money from it. I mean, I'd accumulated money, but based on how their payouts work, I really didn't make any money on it. Not that I was wanting to, I would monetize my videos. I don't monetize videos anymore, but I was monetizing videos just to see if it ever went anywhere. And of course, it probably never really did. But the first video I put on YouTube, or the second video, or third video I think I put on YouTube, went to $20. And not only did it go to $20 or $30, I can't remember what, but I actually took the money out right away and got it transferred to Bitcoin. and then actually put it in my bank account. I just wanted to see if that's the way it really worked. And then when I saw that it really worked that way, I said, this is a better way to go. I like this a lot better than YouTube. I'm making some money from this. I can actually create some content, and even though it's not an extravagant amount of money, it monetizes really quickly. When people see how fast and how well the blockchain changes their lives and how money can be made from it, believe me, it'll start to take off. And there's no stopping it once that happens. Once people see the benefit, just like the internet. Once people see that you can make money from the internet, they all of a sudden, they're no longer walking around in a cloud and can't figure it out. They figure it out pretty damn quickly. And not only do they figure it out, they figure out how to do it better every day. And that's what's going to happen with the blockchain. It's going to be what's going to happen with the cryptocurrencies. And that's when this will gain acceptance. I remember a long time ago, I was into Google+. And Google+ is Google's social platform. And I put a lot of time into Google+, and didn't put any time into Facebook because I never did really care for Facebook. And since I was a developer, I thought Google was a better idea. You had webmaster tools. You had a lot of stuff that went along with Google+. I liked a lot more. But Google+ never took off because it just never got acceptance. And I remember listening to one of the guys that I was watching at the time about Google+. He said, you'll know when Google+ takes off when it's being talked about in the media like Facebook is. Well, that's the way the blockchain is. When there's stories out there and they start to hit the media, then you'll know that this is gaining overwhelming acceptance. And then when that happens, then it's already too late because now everybody starts to figure it out. So the time to really understand this technology and be with it is now. The time to buy a cryptocurrency is now. The time to start formulating ideas to put on the blockchain are now. I mean, this is when our time to start an ICO or have an ICO is now. Not when it goes down a little bit where people figure out how to, not go down in price, but go down as people figuring it out, then, it's a little bit harder and it'll become a little harder. So if you're in this right now, if you're into this space, congratulations, you're in the right place at the right time. If you develop something on this, keep going, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's going to be a lot of support, and there's going to be a lot of help, and you're going to be amazed at how well this works, and you're going to be amazed at how it's going to change people's lives for the better. So anyway, I just appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.